Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. How are we doing? I'm not entirely sure about this, but I guess I'll let you sit. A few days ago, when I got home, he had knocked down the light that is over here and killed my oregano. So, he killed the pump. Yeah, you killed it. It's not going to work. Can you see that? No, it's hidden. It's hidden. Oh, I didn't turn off this one. It's time, people, for cozy. I can't see it. You are never here. Never. Never. Why? Why you do this to me? Winnie! I guess I'll just stand for a little bit so I can respond. I don't know what's happening. Hello, everyone. Hi, Botani. Good morning, Asta. How was your weekend, Botani? Slowbird. Me? I didn't do nothing. Hello, kid. Kid. What do you want me to do with your name? Hello, welcome. How are you doing today? Can I sit? What are you doing? Was there a spider? Spider? Get him. Where'd he go? Get him. That's a flower. That's no. No. Mickelson. Hello there. How are you doing? Where have you been? Gnarly. Hi. How are you doing this weekend? I am I think I feel what they would have described as hysterical 100 years ago. Oh, hold on. Let me put this here. Hold on. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean it like that. You know this. Is this okay? My old tripod. Okay, hold on. Hello, Mickelson, and hello, Ty. Hello, Blue. Good morning, everyone. Reckless. Hello. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? You've done your chores as well. Cheeky 5K run. Ooh, that's I wish I could do that, but alas, alas, I'm scared. Who knows? Who knows though? I Timothy and Garfield as well. Hysterical cat lady confirmed. Yes, actually, my arm is doing a lot better. Oh no! See, this is what I wanted to say. I really hope that we're not gonna die. So I accidentally killed my tripod during the walk. So you're currently in my very unstable, so pretty much on brand um, uh, e-reader arm, and it doesn't like to be in the position that it has to be in today. Now I could use the normal setting, I guess, and have a phone perspective, but I happen to know that most of you are looking at this stream on desktop, so that would not be ideal. So I'll just have to keep an eye on it. We might be a bit unstable until tomorrow or until Tuesday actually, because I'm an idiot, right? You know this. I know this. So yesterday, let me start at the beginning. Yeah, sip of coffee before I get into it. All right. So I knew that they were gonna come dig up the flowers. I'd been warned by my new neighbor because she had seen the men scouting the area. Um, but I was in an episode at that time, so I didn't. I wasn't I physically wasn't able to go out and do something about it except cry. But I was already doing that, so you know. So I knew they were coming, and the entire week last week, I was just on edge about it. But then Friday evening came, and still no flower killers. So I thought I have 2 days of rest. No, 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 because what do you know? They came on Saturday. It was 8:30, and they just started digging on a Saturday morning. And I have been in my follow-up episode for a few days now. My head hurts, my stomach hurts. It's not as bad as it could be today. Yesterday it was really bad because stress just makes it worse. So I managed to save a few of the flowers, but basically like a third of what I've been saving this season has now just been killed anyway. So I'm looking at a graveyard at the moment. I had to open the window for the curtains for stream a little bit because it's very cloudy and it's very gloomy, which makes me happy. But looking outside and looking at all the dead flowers and everything that's been destroyed, it makes me kind of want to cry. So how am I doing? I don't know. I will see. I've turned many pages for no reason. I seek the future. You've turned many pages for no reason. I'm sure there were reasons. I'm sure there were reasons, Reckless. I'm glad to see you today. I hope you're okay. Just hanging in there. My arm, I mean, it's not, look, it's going so much better. I still don't want to compare because when I compare, I get depressed. But I'm getting faster with movements. It's mostly the sideways one that I have to be very careful with and have had a few accidents with. I can lean a little bit, but not my full weight. Just like have the idea of my elbow back. But I really can't complain. To be honest, I look incredible. Oh, why, thank you. You do too. Everyone is looking amazing today. And those in pyjama, extra bonus points. But yeah, hold on. I thought I saw something. Let you know how much once I discovered it myself, or now water and book. Okay, that sounds like a plan, Norley. A good plan at that. Are we calm down? We've had chaos. Chaos Winston this morning. He has had zoomies several times. But I think he's okay now. I mean, I get it. I feel it too. My hair looks nice. Thank you. I've been actually paying attention to it lately because it's needed. I'll spare you the details, but I haven't been good to my hair, so that kind of means a lot. Oh, you're feeling like a wrecking ball. Oh, Asta. Oh, all right. Don't do that. That's a lot of ouchie. For my arm, I actually have been doing without it for the last few days, and that's okay. I have to be. It's a balance because the point of having no more cast is so you start using it slowly but surely, and having the sling helps me remember to not use it too often when it hurts. But I don't want to use it too much and get like lazy with it because I need it to get better. I need to go back to yoga because I feel it. I really feel it not being able to. It's for me. It's always been more about the mental part and not the physical part. So and I really need it. Let's just keep it at that. No, it's not a stat. That's why we have to actively, purposefully find things to be at least content with, if not happy. It's all up to us ourselves. No one is going to do it for you. I'm so sorry. I know it's a very brutal lesson, but it's the truth. We have to do it ourselves. I am trying, Garfield. I'm very, very much trying. The weather, it's cooled off, but honestly, I just... Oh, what is this? What is this I hear about? That reminds me, actually. I had a notebook with notes for today. Oh no, I don't know where I left it. It's cooled down and it's raining, and I've been trying to make the most of it. Candles and everything, the whole shebang, as you can see. And it's cooled down. Unfortunately, I swear. So I went for the walk last week, and it's up now. You can listen to it if you're a Patreon. But I had so much energy, and I have to use that those days because I never know when I end up in bed like yesterday with too much pain. So when I have a high energy day, I kind of I'm searching for how I can do several things at once. So for the bad days, work ahead, but not too far details. So I thought, because I have aside from wanting to make YouTube videos, as you might know from booktubers, but with my own little thing, I also want to do a variation of what we do on stream and go to locations and sit down and read for an hour and put those on YouTube so you can have a reading hour, I guess, with me on location somewhere on demand. Unfortunately, this meant that I had my hands full with lots of crap. One of the things that I wasn't used to carrying around with me during the walks is a picnic blanket that is insulated, so you can just sit wherever you want, so you won't get a wet butt. And that meant that I wasn't paying enough attention to my tripod, and I killed it. It fell. It's in the podcast and everything. You can hear it fall, and you can hear me be in distress, and it died. That's why you're now in a very unstable arm, with which I've been struggling for at least last, well, we're 20 minutes ahead. I started setting up at 12:15, because I was pretty sure that I was gonna have some trouble, and I did, and I'm still not happy about the setup, but. So yesterday, because of the flowers and because of my stupid uterus, I at like 12 p.m. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take my painkillers and I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna hide in bed. I'm gonna take the kiddies with me and just put my pillows over my head and not listen to the death and destruction that's going on outside, because I can't deal. My uterus is in pain. The world is in pain. I'm not dealing. And then I woke up. I didn't set an alarm. I was just like I'll see when I wake up. Woke up after 6. Really late. So I guess I needed it as well. And I got a notification from my mail carrier that they were on their way, and I was still. I mean, I cried and I was in pain, and I just woke up from a very intense nap. So during the day I love sleeping during the day. I sleep better because I feel safer. But also you wake up sticky and bleh, disgusting. So I was like, I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm pretty sure that it's just a book. So you know what? I'll delay it. And then an hour later, I actually kind of woke up and I was, oh no, that was the tripod. Because immediately after I got home Friday, I was like, I can look up like insurance and I can, because it's new, I'm pretty sure I could get a new one, but also I don't want to spend that time. I need a new tripod for stream, so let's order it. And I was supposed to get in here yesterday evening, but I'm an idiot. So it's coming tomorrow, right? So we're going to be unstable until then, which could be fun, probably not. My biggest fear is that you'll just fall over. So, not streaming in pajama bottoms for me, I guess. Not that I have ever done that, but Papa, hoe is het daar? Oh, het is hier zo fijn. Behalve dat ze mijn bloem hebben vermoord. Dat is wat minder. But that does bring me to... Did you get any physical therapy advice for the medical staff? No. I'm pretty sure I'll have to ask for it, because I also found out that for the last 13 years, no, longer, 15 years, I should have gotten like $100 a year to go to like... to either invest in physical things like sport, or to go to a museum, cultural and physical movement things. Everyone who is on the minimum wage line has a right from the moment they get 18. I think even if you're not minimum wage, but from the moment you turn 18, you have a right and like $100. I think it's even more. And no one told me. Mm-mm. Not even the people who are currently like helping me out, because I don't get minimum wage from streaming. I get help from the government at the moment until I'm actually self-sufficient. Those people, none of them. And I actively ask them about stuff like this. And there's 2 things that I'm going to apply for in the coming weeks that I should have gotten for the last 15 years. That's stupid. So... advice for physical therapy? No one's going to give that blue unless I specifically ask. They're not going to give it to me. And even then, we know from a uterus situation that if you know more than the doctor, you're going to be in trouble. They don't like that. They don't like that. Did you save what? Save what? Reckless. My tripod. My tripod is. It's the problem. Isn't it does not have any battery. The problem is that I dropped it at first. So the thing that clamps down your phone is just dead. It's dead. I have all the parts. But yeah, I just ordered a new one. Probably a better one. Evie, hi. I was going to send you a message tonight. You are on my to-do list. How are you doing? My ex was obstetrics gynecologist, so I wish you the best of health. Or as Spock once said, live long and prosper. I'm gonna do my very best. I do. If you do as well, okay? Gatekeeping the cultural growth and exploration. Exactly. I'm so upset. I don't think I can get it back retroactively. Not all the 15 years at least. Maybe a few years back, but I'm guessing I'm not gonna see that. Of course, they don't want to. Don't want you to know about this shit. But honestly, I'm very upset about it because I would love to go to museums and stuff, but I don't because I don't have the money. You know, and there's several places that I've been wanting to go to for years and years, and I just don't because I don't have the money. And then you find out that, hold on a second. Actually, wait, let me see if I can find it. Um, uh, I want to be able to give you the exact amount of money that you would currently get. And I also have to look into getting help for my medical costs for my very chronic broken uterus. There's also something for that. Where is it? Um, I don't, I don't, where did I find it? I mean, it was the government website, but they make that intentionally very difficult. I'm gonna growl. No one tells you about the resources available. Everyone thinks they're on their own. I mean, they kind of. This is why you have to look out for each other, even if you don't know each other. Look out for each other because the government isn't gonna do it. Seems. It would be nice if you got retroactive pay for those months you did not collect that extra money. Well, it's a yearly thing, Blue. So it would be every year you get an amount of money to either make sure that you can do physical activities or go to cultural stuff. Um, so I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't. I think it was at least $100. I think it was 120, $130, which is in this economy isn't that much, but for someone like me, it's a whole world of difference. I'm okay, just trying to have a gentle day. Good. I hope you're doing okay. Your hair looks so pretty now. Thank you, Effie. It has to rest. How's Fagan doing? Total chaos gremlin. Oh, I feel you, Effie. I mean, I want to say it gets less, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It depends. I do feel like I enabled him a little bit. I still do. So it's probably me. Cowboy Gone Insane. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing today? Rita. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. How are you today? Winston Jr. is the nickname. Yes, probably. He's 5 months already? Oh, yeah, it does go fast, especially the first year. Especially the first year. I'm doing okay, Rita. How about you? I heard you were going for tryouts. How'd it go? How'd it go? I need to drink my coffee because I have a busy day today. I better do it now. It's cloudy. So the new tripod should be here tomorrow. even though technically this could work, it's just a bit unstable, and I don't like that. Um, yeah, I could. But also, I thought maybe I could use this because if you don't know, I've been working behind the scenes on my throne because I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So I've been putting books in there, and I put a mic in there, and I also put a gimbal in there. I've been working on this for weeks at this point, months even, I guess. Uh, but the universe is making sure that I do some things sooner rather than later. I tried to use this. Was a gift through Throne, and a fixer gave it to me. But this is not as simple as it looks. there's, there's like 3 tutorials that come first off, and I tried to just set it up this morning. It's not gonna work. I need to follow the instructions. There's a whole book with it as well. Uh, it's a gimbal stabilizer because, as I said at the beginning of the Patreon, it really doesn't want to come out, does it? There we go. The walk, I wanted to have visuals with it as well, but with my normal selfie stick, it wasn't going to work. I got seasick, right? I got vertigo. So I kind of held back with that because I mean, if you go back and listen to the first few, I'm only now starting to get comfortable, really. So the first few are a bit embarrassing, but I guess the moment I start feeling comfortable, somehow I need to make it more difficult for myself. So I guess I'm gonna try this thing out. I'm gonna figure out how it works first off. I did already charge it, so that's not it. And but I don't know how it works, so this was a better option right now. I tried to set it up this morning, but it's not gonna work. I also think that I just need a separate. Oh, good, I put it in the wrong way. This needs a separate battery, this thing, but it has like face tracking and stuff. This is going to be mostly for the walk. I want instead of just having the audio and a separate video, I want the audio to be visual, and I think I could also just do audio only. I have to figure that this wasn't in the planning. This was supposed to be end of year. We need a cherry outside stream. Nah, that's not gonna happen, Rita. I know a few things about people streaming outside, and I don't want to be like that. I'm so sorry. Um, but also, I want to try and build up for the YouTube videos some reading vlog stuff in between. So this will be in handy. Will come in handy as well. But mostly it's for the walk. The walk I can have visuals with the. So you see what's happening because a few of the things that happened during the last walk is, for one, I stumbled upon sheepies that were herded into this very small cage in the middle of nowhere and in the middle of the sun. So, that was an adventure, which happened live, I guess. And then I made a call and made sure that someone was going to come pick them up. And I walked on, and then I thought that adventure was over. And a few minutes later, I stumbled upon the other man that was currently in the forest with sheep, because they were they were actually herding the sheep to graze in the forest. So so many sheep, and for the first time, normally during the walk, I don't pause, I don't cut, I don't edit. It's just what it is, and yeah, we'll have to just experience it as I do. But especially this walk, I felt like it wouldn't have been better if I had actual visuals just at the same time, because now I paused the recording and I went to film the sheepies. But hopefully this way you can just experience everything as I do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have to figure it out. I have a few more weeks because when is the next walk coming? 25th, I think. Yes. This Friday, the love letter is going to go out, and the 25th is the next. I think it's the sixth walk over on Patreon. And in the meantime, oh, mm, oh, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, sorry. Excuse my French. Wait, what? One thing I didn't like about the Dutch system was having delay before being able to use the healthcare having delay. Oh, you're talking about so you pay a premium. But you're paying the basic or the actual premium. It's a premium these days. Yes. So it's a monthly thing you have to pay by law. It's illegal to not have healthcare in the Netherlands, which is at the moment what, 150 a month. But before they actually pay you, so you pay every month, right? Before they actually start to pay insurance for you, you have to pay like what is called your own risk, and it's at the moment it's like 400. It's like 400 euros. So you have to pay 400 euros, and before that, they don't really cover anything. So basically, at the beginning of the year, you're better off getting into the hospital for a day or two, because then your hospital will actually pay. You'll have to pay the own risk first, sure, but then at least you know it's done. It's done for the year. And yes, it resets every year. Every January, you have to start over again. Um, and in case you know about this system, yes, it's true that you can opt for no own risk, but your premium will go up every month. So basically, you can't win. It's extremely expensive, no matter what way you look at it. And most people, and getting more and more with each passing month, I guess, just don't have the money in the for the premium. So instead of choosing the no own risk, they choose to do the low premium because hopefully they just won't get sick. It's messed up. I mean, it's going insane in America, but we have been going in that same direction for many years. Because when I was born, the first few years that I was alive, we had actual free healthcare that was built in the government's system. So you didn't have to pay anything. Then they privatized it. And then at first it was like $50 a month, no own risk. And then they just upped it every year. And then there came an own risk. And now, and this has been in my lifetime. And these days you just have to pay, I don't even know. And the worst part for me is that your eyesight, so if you're born blind, yeah, no, that's your own risk. You shouldn't have got, how dare you? How dare you be born with broken eyesight? It's your own fault. So your glasses, not insured unless you pay the high premium. The basic, nothing. It means you get picked up by the ambulance. To me, it feels like you get picked up by the ambulance, and then once you get there, they see what you pay, they know what package you have, and then they won't give you the right surgery. In my case, for example, even if you know about it, because you don't pay enough premium. That's my conspiracy theory, but also, I don't know, man. That was my rant about the healthcare system. Have you said something about streaming? Working on all my Twitch channels and OBS things. Streaming is going to be happening soon. Yes! All right, let us know, Evie, all right? I decided to be brave and just do it. Yeah! Even though I might poop my pants when I go live. You have special chairs for that, do you know? You have chairs. You have chairs that work for that. You're not annoying, Rita. You're just excited. Anyway, I shouldn't talk about the healthcare system. You what? We have pit passes to today's British Grand Prix. I'm so excited. Have fun. Oh yes, let's also drink. That's very important, even if it's not sunny. Wait, what? Sheep help keep the boots down. Also reduce fire risk. Are you talking about sheep? Why? Who's asking questions? I could tell more. It's not the first time I meet a shepherd in the forest. And in my in one of the places I used to live, they used sheep around my literal living space. This is, I think it's smart. It's smart, and everyone wins. The sheepies get to be in nature, and then I guess people get to have boring landscapes. I don't know. We don't have anything like that in Canada, but we built our system around no go-pays, no deductibles, no premiums. Yeah, like I said, we've been going, we've been American when it comes to healthcare for years. For years. No one wants to believe me, but all right. I guess I'm the only one who remembers that when I was 2, there was no healthcare system, but all right. Oh no, I don't know what to do with your name. BRTMM, hello. I don't know. Do you? How are you doing today? Hi, Elvie. Bandit, hello. Is that a toilet? Is that a toilet? What are you reading right now? I'm so behind on what you've been reading lately. Ooh, I have something funny about that as well. I am doing better notes, but that's a surprise for next month, I think. Not sure when. Ooh, how do you like it? I've heard about Atmosphere. Do you like it? I am currently reading the book club pick, Last of the Breed. Now, I don't know where I left it. Oh, I already packed it. My bag is ready to go. I'm ready to go. I need to do things today. So it's already packed. No, it's really great. Can you see my phone? Look, I have a phone there. Last of the Breed. So far. I was really worried about what someone had written about the author on the back of the book. It made it sound like there were going to be signs of the time in there, and yes, there are, sure, because it's an older book. It's from '86 or '87, but it's not. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I'm very much relieved. I'm objectively enjoying it. It's not my kind of book. Basically, the Last of the Breed, not the Last of the Breed, is an action movie in book form. It reads like an action movie. It's very fast paced. There's constantly something happening. A sprinkle of love, sort of, I guess, which I have notes about. Oh, go, Evie! I'm so jealous. I wish I had one. I want a thunderstorm very badly. I had a small one last week, but not enough. Last of the Breed. I don't have much space in my head at the moment. I haven't had for a little bit. Summer is really hard, so I haven't really been reading books next to each other. I was going to start Rainfall Market, but I have to adjust some plans. So I think tonight I will just make a decision, and because I first off I dropped my tripod. I was going to film the YouTube read with me, but I couldn't do that without a tripod. My old one is. There's a reason I got a new tripod. Let me put it like that. So I was going to go this week to a location, but it seems like the sun is being very funny again, because it's going to be very cloudy for the coming few days. I hope that it won't get too extreme, but there is another heat wave coming, but probably not during the days that I am available to go out to film. Which is so ironic because I love rain. I wanted to rain, but come on, I wasn't prepared. I was going to. I was going to for autumn. I was going to find a sort of tent, maybe not like a big one. Well, sure, I'm sure not a big one. Preferably one that's like a pop-up something, so I can still go out and do the reading videos for YouTube, even if it's raining. Actually, that might be very interesting, just in general, to have the rain on the tent. But I don't have that yet because it was supposed to be summer. It was supposed to be sunny. I wasn't planning on getting that for a few months. But given that I also have the gimbal sooner now, I might open up my throne if I dare this week or next week. Um, I have to consider a few things though because I'm not entirely sure about the mic yet. But I think that one will be better for YouTube mostly. The cats don't love thunder. No, no, mine don't. Can you hear those birdies? They're in my bird feeder. I think they're gossiping about the flowers that have been killed. One is very angry. I would be too. Hi, chemist. How are you doing? The heat has been a killer the last couple of weeks. Yeah, it's not healthy. I don't agree. It's getting better. I'm getting better at dealing with it, but mostly because I just accept that I have to sit in darkness the rest of the week, which is no fun. One of the things that I'm also, I think I figured it out now that I do close my curtains after stream almost immediately, turn off the lights naturally, but also around 5 I turn on one of my pink lights. I have smart lights that you can, color of the rainbow. Uh, and I turn the pink light on, even though it's still fully day out, and that has been helping with my overstimulation of my eyes. But other than that, I just can't. I can't really. I mean, after 7, I should just not like do anything anymore in summer. It's stupid, but I feel like this year is really proving to me that I just struggle. I struggle, and when the days start getting shorter, I hate that, and there's nothing I can do about it except try to adjust my environment. But mentally, I'm just not okay. It's getting better because I know the end is in sight. Days are getting shorter again, and there's rain, but there's really a lot of tricks that I need to be putting in to make sure that I don't get overstimulated and spiral into an endometriosis episode that is much worse than it has to be. It's just annoying. It's just annoying sometimes. It's exhausting. They're still yelling at each other. All right. This is cold. Yes, it is. I'm gonna get a little bit more coffee, and then I'll be right back. I do have a few more things to say, so give me a few minutes. Do I need it? No, I don't need a timer. Keep each other company. Be nice. I'll be right back. Oh no! Hold on. Don't fall when I'm away. Okay? Oh no. Hi. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't yelling at all. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is not ideal. Tomorrow is going to be interesting when my attention isn't constantly going to the camera, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So I'll show you what I did. I broke this thing. I do have all the parts, and I'm pretty sure that I could, but I mean, I broke. Oops, oops. It just fell, okay? It just fell. But I'm not gonna throw it away because if I screw that part off, once I don't know, in let's say 8 years, I actually have a professional camera. You know, um, I can still use the tripod itself. I just need to fix this part. This part, but I think I could still use this, right? Right? Not? I don't know. We'll see. You're doing laundry. You're doing good, Effie. I have to. Oh no! I already did that this morning. I've been up for a lot of hours. So many hours. This was the third thingy of coffee I made. So I need to stop it for today. What I am looking forward to reading this month, aside from the book club picks, these are the books I'm going to read this month. I put a little reel on Instagram if you want to take a better look. But basically, it's White Nights by Dostoevsky, The Stranger by Albert. Is it Camus or Camus? How do you pronounce this man's name? Almost read this in the forest. I decided that reading something called The Stranger in a forest, not ideal. So I declined, which is why I wanted to. I wanted to read. Oh no, Rainfall Market. The Rainfall Market in the forest because I thought it would be cozy. But as you know, I broke my tripod, so I had to cancel those plans. If you know of a reasonably priced, easy to set up, it doesn't even have to be like a full tent, but like a screen type of thing that I can position against the wind to film in. Do I make sense? If you know of something that is reasonably priced, unfortunately I'll probably have to order through Amazon. Using it as little as possible, but you know, Bury the Bones in the Midnight Soil, from what I know, it's about lesbian vampires, so it got me in. I want to read everything by Schwab because I am impressed by just the writing style. So if you do read that, let me know. I also wanted to read Handmaid's Tale, but I also declined because of the situation at the moment. I thought it was a bit too confronting, but I haven't read any out yet, so that's why I wanted to read this one. Alias Grace. Isn't there a show? Isn't there a show about this? And then we have Piper CJ's this. Oh, it's so dirty. How did you get so dirty? Oh, this is a really weird cover. All right. The Sun in the Shade. It's a bit of a summer book, I realize now. I found the first book, as this is the second book. I found the first book for free in one of those mini libraries. So, I don't mind the story. This book was self-published and then picked up by a regular publisher, is what I remember. But I'm not sure that was this. I'm pretty sure that was this book. So I'm hoping that this one doesn't have the same amount of typos and grammatical errors and you know, sentences that are double but slightly different. So the author just didn't know which version of the sentence they wanted, and then they just didn't edit it. I don't know what happened. What the first, if you read a first edition of the first book, you're gonna cry if you pay attention to that stuff. I had to stop. I mark mistakes like that usually, and I just had to quit because I got so frustrated with the amount of editing I was doing. But like I said, I did enjoy the story. I do think that this is a writer that an author that has a lot of potential. And honestly, it's the editor's fault for letting all those things slip. You are slowly but surely sinking. I have a feeling. Is that just me? It's probably just me. I don't know. It's never boring, is it? It's never boring here. But those are the books that I'm planning on reading this month. Um, Make sure to read the. What did I? Hi, Berkey. How are you doing? Read The Stranger on a Hot Day. Why, Garrix? Why? Hi, how are you doing? Hello, White Blue Star. White Blue Star. Is that it? White Blue Star. Oh no, panic. And Loni. Oh no, Lonya Gaming. Is that what I do with your name? Welcome. Thank you for the follows. How are we doing? I think Alias Grace does have a show as well. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna watch it before I read the book, but yeah, it's all older as well. It's from 2017. I didn't know. Canadian television miniseries. Oh no! Almost spoiled it myself. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Not today, my friend. Wait, you have the sun and its shade as well? I'm always panicking, Abby. I'm always panicking. Slowly but surely sinking, metaphor for life. Oh no, Kim, this is so true. Yes. No, I do feel like every time I look, it's different. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Listen, also like the tripod falling and stuff. I didn't break. I didn't pause the recording. It just happened. It just happened, and then everyone could witness it on Patreon now. And I'm no, I don't know. This I have to say this one was quite funny. No one has any recommendations for a simple, not too expensive tent. I'll have to do my own research. What? No, I already have to decide on a bag. Oh, the Rainfall Market. Yes, I will. I am still going to read that for the YouTube video. I mean, from all the books that are here, I feel like that one would be most cozy. I'm losing it. Possibly. That probably. It's junkier. I mean, yes. All of them. I made poor decisions, to be really honest. I did choose a few smaller books, but also I'm not sure because this isn't everything. I will always write back. Oh, here's it's not in my bag. It's over here. I'm gonna read this one next. I have been reading books pretty much like consecutively. Is that the word that I'm looking for? Because I just don't have the room in my brain at the moment. I swear you're sinking. Very, very, you're sinking that way. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this one. I'm hoping to finish it tonight. But this is the real stack for this month. Do you think I know anything about? I mean, neither of you. That's why I'm asking. Yes, Garrix, I'm happy too. It's a lot better. I can move it almost without thinking, almost. But the strength, I'm very stubborn. I'm so stubborn. I can't lean on it either. But do you know how many times you just let yourself fall on bed or something and your arm is there? It's just there. What am I going to do? Maybe it's just in the air, Ivy. My reading the last 2 months has been the worst of the year. Kind of the same. It's been pretty poor, but my brain is too full of shit. Yeah, okay. Same, man. So I'm trying my best and just plodding along through my book slowly. Yeah, I mean, there's no rush. Never, actually. Reading should be fun. Why do I have a notification here? Reading should always, first and foremost, be fun. No, I mean, it wasn't the worst, but basically, I read 7 books and 8 books in June 8 and in May 7, which is, I mean, logically, in January and February, I read the same. And then it went a little better in March and April, but after that, it just. If you're wondering where I'm looking at my stats on Storygraph, because the Storygraph has very extensive statistics if you keep track of the books you're reading. I love that website. I just get disappointed when I feel like I can't engage with my favorite hobby. Wait, reading? I know, right? How dare my arm be... My elbow specifically. It's my elbow that's been getting a lot of hate. Only read 4... Well, you read 4 books. I mean, there's no only there. You read 4 books. 4 whole books. That's amazing. Don't talk yourself down. Don't do it. My head has been very busy as well. There's been a lot going on, and I don't deal with summer very well. Beau's anniversary, first anniversary. So my head has been very full, which is what I mean. The other reason why I've been reading books consecutively is because I've been working on the YouTube channel, and nothing is going as planned, as per usual. It's okay. Luckily, I hadn't started before the elbow because I just had to get comfortable filming myself. That's why the current walk, the last walk, I have a lot more. I'm not used to filming myself. It's not the same as live streaming, not at all. And I did the newbie tag fully twice now, and twice it looked like crap. I look like I'm being forced to sit there as if I'm, the thing that has to do with traffic. Not good. It doesn't look good at all. So I had to get comfortable, and I have been doing that just like behind the scenes and things for myself. And on the walk, it helps. That helps. Just being silly, I guess. Fit checks, not my thing. I can't be normal. I don't know how people do that. I tried. I did my best, but in the middle of nowhere. Well, no, the shepherds. The shepherds were in the nearby area because they kind of stalked me. I'm sure it wasn't me stalking them. They were stalking me in the forest. But yeah, I just had to get more. I severely underestimated how uncomfortable and cringe I would feel to press record instead of going live. I kind of assumed it would be kind of the same feeling. It's not. It's really not. So I just look like I'm, I don't know, I've been kidnapped. But I think, yeah, cherry sausage videos, exactly. I mean, it looks just like I've been held hostage, and the only thing missing is the newspaper with the date. And it's really funny, but also it's really not, because I want to, make it work. I want to make fun content. I want to expand my circle of is it influence or the other one? I guess it doesn't matter. I want to spread my love for books more, and if I were to ever publish that footage, it will be like you need 3 seconds of that, and no one will ever want to read a book ever again because it's clearly very dangerous. I can't with myself. It's give me a few years, okay? I'll probably how do I even say? I'll release the footage at some point, maybe, but only under pressure. So you need to stream it and then cut the footage into a video. I've been thinking about that, chemist, but also that is giving me a layer of anxiety that I can't explain it. It's the weirdest thing, but I'm practicing filming myself. I'm so impressed with people who do that and never have any stage fright. I don't know how, but I would like some advice. Um, I can only imagine it feels so much more awkward when there's pressure for it to be more perfect. Yeah, it's just more real, I guess, more messy and spontaneous. Editing is a whole different skill too. Editing isn't a problem, but you have to have something to edit that looks decent. You know, it doesn't have perfect. I let that go. I am chaos, literally. This is the year that I'm embracing the chaos and trying to work with it, but I can't look like I'm being held hostage. Okay. Wait, I missed a message for you. I read the whole 0 books. Danny, for the month is solid. Exactly. But I'm sure, Danny, that you do read. It's just not books, right? People do read. Everyone reads. But not everyone reads books anymore. I'm letting my coffee get cold again. Oh, sorry. It's a bit too cold. I should just down it. You're incredible. Just dissociate. You know what? That's a solid plan. You're wherever you need to be, and that doesn't need to be on a stage in front of thousands of people. Well, no, it's more. The filming is awkward because there's not. That's what I'm trying to imagine, that you guys are there when I'm filming. It's just not working. I'm not imagining that it's thousands of people. It's more like I'm sitting in a quiet house in the living room. My cats are looking at me like I've gone just mental. There's no one. There's no one there. What am I doing? So even my years of writing YouTube scripts did not prepare me for the actual being on this side of the camera. So I just have to get comfortable. The first few are gonna be awkward and disgusting and all. I don't even know. I don't know. But also, who cares? As long as I don't look like I'm about to die, I'll be glad. That's the level that I'm going for at the moment. Oh, that's probably why I know you enjoy talking at conferences. You talk at conferences, Danny. Tell me all your secrets, please. Reading off and on a book called The Fellowship: The Literary Lives of the Inklings, about J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, Owen Barfield, and Charles Williams. It mentions some of the books that inspired them. One is called Fantasties, a fairy romance by George MacDonald. Oh my God, this message is full of twists and interesting thought sidebars in my brain. I found a copy of that book and I'm reading it now, published in 1858. Oh my gosh, so lots of Victorian type phrases. But still, I love Old English. It's perfect. But you have to get into it a little bit though. When I stream, I'm going to just embrace the cringe because I don't know what else to do. Yeah, I mean, especially streaming it for the first. I mean, I still get cringe. I don't think I will ever completely lose the cringe that I feel. Also because I there's people walking by where I live currently, so it's just you know. But in defense of feeling nervous and feeling cringe, I think to me that's better than being completely desensitized and not caring enough to feel nervous anymore. Because I feel nervous because I want to make sure that you're having a good time and you know everyone is nice to each other in stream. Despite the chaos. Hi Milburn, how are you doing today? Chaos is okay. Chaos is not good or bad. It's just chaos. It's the humans that make it good or bad. But as long as we're having fun, it should be okay. But it's like jealousy. Jealousy isn't a bad emotion. It's just an emotion. It's what you do with it. If you fall into the trap of getting overwhelmed with it, it's gonna be a negatively experienced emotion. But if you recognize it as, hey, I clearly care about this thing that makes me feel jealousy. It means a lot to me, and I don't want to lose it. That's what this feeling is telling me. So you can act accordingly, making sure that you don't lose that thing. But unfortunately, no one. Well, maybe they do better these days. I don't know, but in my time, they didn't they didn't teach you what your emotions meant in school. But they're just there to show you that something is important or not important. But in this case, being nervous about streaming, I think it's healthy. See, Reddit for work, articles online. See, you do read a lot. It's just not counted as books. Isn't there a website that can keep track of that for you if you read articles and stuff? I feel like there should be. Tunisia. Oh my God, I have never been. I probably never will. Can I live vicariously through you, Pudani? What books are you considering to take with you? Hello, Dominique. How are the kitties? You read all the chapters that were available? Oh my God. And now what? Hi, David. We're having a splendid day, or as best as we can. What about you? I do. I mean, it was my job. I wrote these things for other people. There's hundreds of videos on YouTube that I wrote, and they're doing great. But when it's for me, I don't know. I swear, I want to do this. I want to talk about books. I want to have. I want to grow and cultivate a community that at least appreciates books. If you read one book, I'm happy. You know, if you feel the itch to start reading, but you don't actually start reading, that's fine too. That as long as you keep that itch, the awareness that, hey, maybe I should read a book, you will get there at some point. I fully believe in that, because that's just how the human brain works. At some point, you will find time, or you will realize that, hey, this is the perfect thing. You'll find the perfect book, but I do want to do this, you know, but I just don't look it. I'm gonna practice a little bit more, filming myself, I guess. How do people do that? How, I don't know. Is there a good, like, should I go to theater or something? Can you imagine? Oh no. But yeah, I have a script. I have a script that is full script. I have in 3 levels of script: a red thread, a full script, and prompts. None of them work. I don't know. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions, tricks to focus, get things started? Hello, Miss Cat. How are you doing today? The best tip I can give you is that starting is the hardest part. Think about going to the gym. Literally, the hardest part is the going part. Once you're there, it's really not that bad. I have the same with yoga. Yoga, sometimes feel a lot of pressure to not do it. It's self-destructive pressure against yourself. But once I'm on the mat and once I've started, I'm kind of enjoying it. So when people want to read more or just start reading at all, I can't tell you do 5 minutes to do a page. The best thing I can tell you is just sit. Don't put any limits or times on what you want to do, unless you have to go somewhere naturally. But just sit and see how far you get. And then the more you do that without negative emotion attached to it, that you have to or you didn't reach your goal, the goal is start. That's it. And especially with reading, my experience is once you're sitting, it's kind of nice. You do need to pick a good book, especially if you're not used to reading. Chaos is a ladder? How so? Wait, who is oh, I'm missing a lot of, I should probably refresh chat at the moment. Wait, what? Riku, hi. I don't know what did I put in the title, because that's days ago for my brain. It was actually 6 a.m. But that's why. Okay, suddenly everything makes sense. No, Evie, you'll have to kidnap me to see the footage. I am so embarrassed. I did also delete a bit of it because it's not good, but I kept some of it. Reading that manga, one of the coolest things about the RX 7802 Gundam is how one of the beam sabers can be switched out for the shoulder cannon. You know what? Thanks to Iron Widow that I read last month, I understand a lot more of this, and I'm confused. I'm confused that I actually understand what you're saying. That is cool, Dominique. I have to refresh. Oh, this is not gonna go. This is not gonna go well. Oh, I loved Mythos Budani. I read that last year, I think. And the second one as well. Stephen Fry, isn't it? He has a good way of making his point. I love his style. Yeah, the more you do it, the easier it will get. I'm praying. Just spent the first 5 minutes of recording, getting all the weirdness out and make weird sounds. Oh no, you're saying this because that will mean that's funny footage. I see what you're doing, Abby. I see what you're doing. Dissociate. I mean, I do this kind of a lot already, Ty, but I guess yeah, I'll have to do it some more. Then ground yourself back to Earth for editing? Sounds like a plan. I might have to try. I do, David. I have very high expectations and standards for myself, but I'll have to check it and see what you're reading. Well, this. Oh, and I had a question about this. This is just a very high stack of books. I'm not sure I can show you right now, but it's basically, well, something like this. It's for the timer, which isn't very big either. Is it okay if I call you Maze? Give it a go. Just give it a go. Don't put pressure on yourself. Even a page is more than a lot of people do of reading. So just get started. Everyone is getting thunderstorms. Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair. I heard that in America they're actually making moves to start making the weather like a paid service that. People can't look at the weather for free anymore, and this is especially bad for businesses that depend on weather prediction. If you're in the US, or if you're in Texas, especially at the moment, I am so sorry. I've been keeping an eye on the situation. I feel like there were mistakes made a long time ago that we are now seeing the results of, and I really hope that they find those kids, man. I'm so sorry about what's happening over there. But I'm really afraid that it's just the beginning. So please be safe if you're in the US. Well, just in general, if you're alive, please stay alive. I know it sucks over here, but there's good moments as well. We just have to make them, unfortunately, because just being a silly little human that frolics in meadows, we're not allowed to be that. Unfortunately, we have to pay rent, which is a really stupid invention. Oh, I didn't realize, Milbrand. I'm so sorry. I've had too much coffee, I'm afraid. Way too much coffee. Things to do. Kind of like how in Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, the strike Gundam, the switch between 3 striker packs for different combat situations. They really used those. Oh, I forget the name, but in Iron Widow, I'm not sure. I mean, no, I'm gonna read the rest. I don't know how to recommend Iron Widow yet. I do have the sequel to Iron Widow already on my physical TBR. I might just have to make a video about it, but I'm not sure when I'll be reading it. I want to process it a little bit more. They're just really close. Yeah, a lot of people think that the clock is big, but no, it's just close. Oh, the Fighting Birdies are back. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh, okay. Skipping chat. I'm sorry if I'm missing your message, but I should refresh. But also, then I'll miss messages and panic, more panic. There was a thunderstorm in Sydney too. Oh, Nold Cloud. No. I'm gonna see if I get more rain, but I doubt it. Not the rain that I want, which is like actual storms. Disappointment. There were huge plans to remove disability payments for hundreds of thousands of people in the UK, but thank goodness it's been pushed back to at least 28. They've done that in the US with the big beautiful bill or something. I'm so sorry for I guess what I've been thinking the last weeks really is that uh, I was very lucky to be born in this part of Pan Am. The Hunger Games correlations are very disturbing at the moment. But yeah, that happened. They got as far as I understand, they got schools, healthcare. So a lot of hospitals in the U.S. are going to have to close. SNAP has been discontinued, which is like a food stamp something. The medic aid I think was cancelled or disbanded. I'm not sure. What I understand is that a lot of millions of very vulnerable people from every age and every culture is in a lot of trouble in America at the moment. Um, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Literally, I'm just speechless. I'm seething on the inside because those people can't do anything about it. Um, and what people need to understand, I think, is that what is happening in some part of the world, any part of the world, can happen to you too. And it doesn't matter where in the world you live. Just look at the U.S. I mean, look at the rights that have been taken away that our grandmothers fought for. Uh, just because it's on the other side of the world doesn't mean it can't happen to you, me. That's what is what should disturb more people. But I don't think people get that. If it's happening to someone, anyone, it can happen to you as well. But I don't think a lot of people will understand that. Hi Goku, do I like anime? Actually, Dragon Ball Z is what taught me English, so you tell me. Pan Am, yeah, seriously, Pan Am. It's not funny, but I have to laugh because otherwise I'll cry. Destroying their own country over their scary stuff. Yeah, because the reason, as far as I understand, the reason is that they wanted, apparently, and don't quote me on this. I haven't fact checked. This is what I heard this morning. I haven't had time to fact check any of these things. I couldn't. I heard these things, and I know about the bill. I knew what it was about, what that was about. What I didn't quite realize is that that means that they have freed up a lot of money for ICE. And as I have heard it now, the budget that ICE has is higher than several of the other supposedly safety things combined, which is very worrisome. Worrying, worrying. I think. Other countries do have better and more robust systems of government structures. I mean, it could happen to any of us, yeah. But no, I don't think people that were born in the right place of Pan Am get that. People are becoming so disconnected from others, yeah, those far away, and also just those around them on a day-to-day basis. It's not weird. It's not weird. The brainwashing has been very effective. Uh, the scarcity mentality is extremely effective. We're seeing it right now. The only hope that we have is that we have a choice. We have the choice to remain kind. We have a choice to remain loving, even if everything else is burning. We can still decide to treat the world with love and kindness. That you have that choice always, every day. Community is hard to find these days. Yeah, yeah. If you, you're right. Communities are not really a thing anymore. They introduced austerity in the UK. Unlikely in places like the Nordic countries or Canada, where the democracy is set up in a way to almost too stable, such that significant reform scaling back is impossible to extremely difficult. But that was the same in the US just a few years ago, really. So, um, to see women's rights be taken away so quickly in the US is, to me as a woman, is very worrying. And I feel like the situation with ICE, and if you look into it, and I'm pretty sure that the information that I got is at the very least in the right direction. Even if it's not the combined billions of all these departments, ICE has been given a lot, too much money, too much money, and that situation should worry everyone, not just women, everyone, not just immigrants or migrants or legals or illegals. It doesn't matter, because they're also talking about denaturalizing people. Aren't they going to do that with one of the mayor? I don't know his name. One of the guys who is running for mayor in New York. Is it? Aren't they trying to denaturalize him so they can deport him? So what does that tell you? Is any of us safe? No, we're not. I think it's yeah. I think that's it. Melbourne Zoran Mamdani. I think when the people running those checks and balances all decide it doesn't matter anymore, or if they all follow a certain leader's politics, things can break down very quickly. Yeah, and we're witnessing that right now. It's quite disturbing to live history like this. Hi, Telemere. What's up? Rain! They killed my flowers. And I killed my tripod. And the world is on fire. So, yay. How are you doing, Telemere? How's your music going? 140 billion. Is this what ICE is getting? Hi, Storm. Good afternoon. It's. I have a little bit of a. No, it's not a storm. I mean, for Dutch standards, I guess this is a storm, but I'm not. I don't know. It sounds like a lot. It's me. You know this. It is okay. Thank you, Blue. You know what? I'm gonna try. Hold on. I'm gonna. Oh my God! I'm refreshing. Please tell me if I accidentally timed someone out or even banned you, because. Oh no! Oh no! Stop it! Give me a moment. Are you back? It's not even hot. Are you okay? Mac is being a baby. They already admitted they're willing to go after citizens. They're building camps all over the US. I didn't know this. Now with the funding for ICE going up so much, yeah. Which is the money that has been cut for healthcare is going to ICE. Talking about denaturalizing someone who is running for mayor. What does that sound like? I don't think, I hope I don't have to explain it, what that sounds like. But it's bad. It's bad. All this because a raging narcissistic man child wants to be a dictator. I cannot get over. I cannot go. The reason I say that Panem has been in my brain is because looking at the news, which I have been doing a little bit more, because like I said, what is happening somewhere in the world will has a bigger chance of affecting me, and because it's happening in just because it's happening on the other side of the world doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't care. Not only because it could happen to me, but because it's an offense to human rights, and I should care. I would hope that if the roles were reversed, and I didn't live in the right side of Pan Am, that they would do the same for me. I would hope. But it's specifically this man-child that was mentioned that makes me think of Pan Am. He makes me think this is the Hunger Games. It's the things he says, like you. I'm praying it's AI, and it's not AI. It's just not AI. The thing that happened in the Netherlands with the you know, that guy. What the hell? I asked around. Did this happen on live TV? Yes. I'm talking about the daddy thing. Did anyone see that? I was so shocked. But yeah, it's like watching Hunger Games at the moment. Music isn't going. Tell him here. No. Our lives are not our own. We are bound to others, past and present, and by each crime and every kindness we birth our future. Yes, thank you, Ty. That is beautiful, for one, and the truth. Storm. Oh, I'm scared, Winston. No. I need actual rain. I'm a flower. Did you use Translate for that, because it's pretty good. It's been tough these past years to balance following the news and focusing on more fun stuff. I can't not follow it or try it out, but it just makes me more anxious. But there are also times when I follow it too much and it just crushes my spirit. You need to balance it. I don't actually watch news. I make sure that I get my news from sources that don't upset me. Meaning humans, not a standardized news item, episode, whatever. And also, I fact check generally. Now, the things I've just talked about, I just heard this morning, and I just haven't had time to fact check yet. But it seems like it's true, and that no one is giving me any counter arguments about ICE or whatever, which is disturbing. And also, the Texas situation is because of cuts, of financial cuts. You know this, right? They've been cutting on, weather stuff. I'm not sure how to name that, but also the relief teams. There's been cuts in every part that would have made the Texas flash flood situation. First off, probably it would have been noticed sooner. And if there hadn't been this many cuts of the relief teams, then they probably could have saved those kids for one. But here we are. Yeah, Milbrand with Rutte. Oh no. I didn't believe it. I just didn't believe it. Nah, that's not real. This is serious. Those people make decisions that influence everyone, not just their own countries, but everyone. The whole world depends on these people, and they're what? They're doing what? So I can't. And I haven't listened to anything related to Orange Mister, but I've seen some interviews these days, and the guy doesn't answer any questions. He deflects, or he is belittling. He doesn't answer anything. He talks in vague concepts, no facts. No, it's all going to be okay. We're working on that. But also, look over here. I don't get it. How did he get where he is? What's happening? Panem, that's what's happening. This is the only thing I can the only explanation. Having a UFC about the White House, Hunger Games engaged. Honestly, Phil, I No words. It's not. I laugh because I have no other choice. Either I will be a wreck or I will laugh, and then I will continue doing what I need to do to survive, and hopefully somehow eventually have a good effect on the world. Because I like giving up on Spotify. Uh, I have a few more days. I'm working on getting my playlists into Tidal. Also not great, but at least I won't be financing AI armies, because that's what Spotify is investing all the money in that they make, as opposed to giving it back to their artists. You know, these are the small things that if you can, you should do. Um, your vote may not do as much as your actual money does at the moment, especially at the moment. I'm actually going to visit Amsterdam in December. I decided I need a holiday. Oh my god, storm in Amsterdam in December is beautiful. That's a great time to go. Also, hello Nagato and the best friend 101. Hello, thank you for the follows. How are you doing today? Freaking AI. Yeah, it's also why I just instantly stopped Duolingo, even though someone had given me a free family plan. I don't know. Apparently, this is a thing. People that have a free family plan, adding people in the list or something. I don't know. I checked whether I was hacked, but I wasn't. My finances are safe. Someone gifted me like a family thing. I don't know, for a month. I don't know. No. Duolingo is going to cut thousands and thousands of jobs because AI. I'm not going to pay for that. If you pay for Spotify and Spotify is investing in AI armies, you're not paying for your music, you're paying for the AI army. You know? And I will never judge you if you still make decisions that end up financing things that you don't actually stand behind. Everyone needs to do what they can do. Maybe that ends with making sure you don't use too much plastic, but you have other things that keep you busy, or that you just have a lot of trouble keeping yourself alive on a day-to-day basis. But if you're aware of something like the Spotify or Duolingo, and it's not something that aligns with your morals, for me, financing war is never okay. And I'm really trying to find out what companies are putting my money into these things that I murder of babies? No, 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 no. Not gonna do that. So I'm trying, but it's really hard. It's so incredibly difficult to be aware of all these things. So you always do what you can do. If that just means not eating meat, and the rest you just physically can't, that's fine. You're doing your best. So don't, just because I am making these decisions, just like the amount of, don't compare yourself to others. Do what you can do what you feel comfortable with. And if you get overwhelmed, take a step back. Because I used to be someone who got completely overwhelmed with the news, and then I shut down. I can't do anything if I'm shut down. It's not perfect today either, but at least I'm doing a little bit better. And I have less of an aftermath. This Spotify thing really broke my heart. It broke my heart because there's probably thousands, millions of artists who are living under the breadline and having 2 or 3 jobs just to make sure that they can sustain their, what should be their career, but is, because of capitalism, their hobby, basically. Yeah, I know. Fucking AI. But spotted that, it broke my heart, man. So many people that should have gotten that money, and it's going to killing people. Even some of the most even some of the most talented artists need to finance their music with other work, and 600 million, right? Was it 600 million? It wasn't billion. almost $700 million. I think it was 600 million euros, 700 million in defense company Helsing, which makes military drones and AI defense software. Artists are pulling out of Spotify. I'm reading now. That's better. What impresses me is that so many people actually like AI art, or just it's mostly the latter, Milbrand. They don't care enough. They don't realize the that being an artist is also a job. It's fun, and it's probably a lot more fun than having an office job that you don't want to have. But once you have made your hobby your job, and you depend on that to pay your bills, it's a job. It's still a freaking job. But a lot of people who work normal jobs, I guess, don't realize that, and don't see that losing that job to AI is going to have devastating effects. And also, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Hello, Arkansas. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing today? Do you have good tips about financial freedom? No, I don't, Riku, because I don't believe in money. I'm only working with it because I have to. But once I'm able to, I'm going to make sure that it goes back into the community. I'm not there yet. I first have to be able to sustain myself from the stream only, which I'm not there. I'm not there yet. But that's why I'm expanding into YouTube, and why I'm doing the Patreon. I'm trying to get stable on my own, and then I have plans. I have big plans. Because I don't like money. I don't like money. It shouldn't exist. I feel like we're childish as a society that we're still playing with money. It's weird. Isn't that one of the first things you learn as a child? Don't share your things. Be fair. Don't fight. And then we grow up and start using money. And if you don't have money, you can't have food, and you can't have a shelter. You're just gonna die. Okay, when did we start becoming more childish than your average child who is taught to share? When? How? But yeah, speaking of Spotify, it's I know a few quite big artists who still do things on the side. Because otherwise it's not sustainable. There's a lot of stories about artists having to pitch into their own touring, even though the what is it? Their label makes more than enough to invest in that, but they just don't. It's weird. So to me, Spotify is game over. Sorry, I was a very loyal customer for over 10 years. Like premium. I always paid for Spotify. I was never a free member, but I can't do it. But you have to make your own decisions. I hope you know that. Can I see the rest? If you're interested, so the way we could make money obsolete is give everyone a there's a frog in my chest. It's very annoying. I would recommend reading Utopia for Realists by Rutger Bregman. It's a Dutch author. I should probably put that in a... Can you hear it? I'm so sorry if you can. It's just a burp and it doesn't want to come out. It's stuck here. Let me see if I can put it in the right... Do you hear that? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I need to go. Also, don't want to burp on stream. I've already had an emotional breakdown. This is how we make money obsolete, which is basically give everyone a universal basic income, which is enough to sustain yourself and pay your bills and have food. It isn't enough to, be lazy and live a luxurious life. The idea of a universal basic income is that everyone can be alive, and then everything that you make on top of it is extra. But it's possible. There have been places where they try this, and the biggest argument that you will hear from people who are against the basic universal income, is that people will get lazy. Actually, no. Once the stress of having to sustain yourself, and you know that you'll have a roof over your head and you'll have bread on in your cabinet at the very least, you actually free up so much bandwidth in your brain that it will want to work, because humans aren't made to be bored. They're made to explore and do things and use their bodies and their brains. So you will naturally, yes, there will be a period where you'll probably want to enjoy doing nothing if you've been in that survival mindset for a very long time. And that goes for a lot of people these days. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and usually the month is a week or two too long. So yes, of course, people will want to enjoy the freedom a little bit. But after that, people will actually be more productive. It's already proven. So I can't give you financial advice. I can't tell you how to because I would delete money. I would just delete it, but that's not gonna work. We're too far into the stupid monopoly game. So the only thing that we can now do, especially with the coming up of AI and how AI is gonna demolish the workplace. Universal basic income, by basic universal income, whatever it is, and that will actually not only save a lot of lives, but it will make people more productive, because they're not spending all their energy in staying alive. Imagine the things that could be made, the ideas that are never actually put into fruition because that person has to make sure that they don't starve or that they make rent. They're working 2 to 3 jobs, but actually in their brain is the solution to cancer. But just because they don't have the money, this stupid thing we invented as humans, they can't go to school. So extrapolate from there. I read that book years ago and it made me very angry, but also burps and emotional breakdowns on a Sunday, yes. Once you read that, you will have the arguments to explain to people who are against basic income that is all lies. It's just the news telling you lies, because the people who have all the money don't want to get rid of all that money. Otherwise, there would not be any poverty. There would not be anyone dying from hunger or cold. This is the solution. They do something like that in Italy somewhere. All the businesses close and no one works for a certain amount of time. Wait, when is this? Storm? You do need to read that book. I do recommend that to everyone. Simba, hello. How are you doing? Did I welcome Arkansas? I don't feel like I have that name on my tongue. So hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome. For president, I don't want to be president. I don't know how people that actually are responsible for other people like that in that capacity, I don't know how they sleep. I already don't sleep. I already worry about everyone and everything. So I don't think I would be a good president. Thank you, Shiska. How are you doing today? Ads. Perfect timing. Also, I kind of wanted to pee. I didn't realize there were ads. The timing is poor. Might as well become president then. No! I don't want to. I do get a little bit of sleep. Actually, wait, isn't it proven that if you become president, you will turn gray within your term? Isn't that a thing? I seem to remember pictures of Obama when he first got into office and after his term, I don't know how to say it, and he was like completely white. So maybe I will just become president because I want my hair to become white. and that will be my whole campaign. I want my hair to be white, so please. The thing is, I would win, so I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Winston could be president, yes. He would be violent, though, but fair. I'm sure. Probably because of the age of most presidents. No, it's everything that because there's a lot of pressure on being a president. I'm sure it's not easy. But everything, just the hair turned white and or gray, and the face was just I don't know. This years ago that I saw it, but it didn't look natural. Let me put it like that. So maybe for that reason, but otherwise no. Let me real quick go to Goodreads here because I feel like I should just. Is it already in there? In my recommendations, because that book should be in there. Otherwise, I'll put it in there real quick. It's not. I see a spelling mistake. Oh, I'm gonna forget about it. Oh no. Okay, well. I don't know where to change it, so I can't. Don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's a mistake. There's a spelling mistake in my Goodreads shelves, and I'm so embarrassed. I don't know where to change it. Okay, where are you guys? No one saw? Why doesn't anyone tell me when I make spelling mistakes? Please call me out. Is it here? No. Oh no! I'm not saying which one it is. Are you still behaving? Yes, you are. All right, all right. Why can't I edit this? No. I can add shells. I can't. I don't know where. I don't know where. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Well then. Stupid. I am going to try to figure out this gimbal situation. Do some research on a tent or two so I don't get into this situation again. It's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. And maybe you can help me think of some places that would be open to me contacting them and filming a read with me, a YouTube read with me on location. Because I was thinking about stuff like um, museums on very quiet days, for example, and ask for permission. There's also it's kind of far away, but there's like an open air museum that has it's like a medieval town, I think. So I could contact them, but I'm having a bit of trouble thinking of inside places. Like outside, I can go to parks. I go to forests. Maybe even, I don't know, the ocean, the sea. Is it ocean or sea? I think it's sea. Like the beach. I could go to the beach. But I'm struggling to think of inside places that I could at least try to contact and ask if they're okay with me sitting quietly and filming myself while reading and doing absolutely nothing else. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be my version of exposure therapy. But no, rejection exposure therapy. I've seen a few videos of that, and that's kind of funny. Starting to get a dry mouth. Archeon? I don't know what it's called. Is it Archeon? It could be. I do need to go though. Could be. I know that there's Riot! Gnarly! It's always the quiet ones, isn't it? I don't think it is, but I'm going to save this because that looks interesting. I know that for museums and stuff, there's always going to be quiet days. So I figured I could just contact them and ask them if they're okay with this concept. A prehistoric open air museum, yeah. I feel like there's one more in the middle of the country as well, because this feels a little bit too far to the left. But this looks very beautiful. I feel like there's more. Or was it this one? I don't remember. Someone told me about the concept at least. It could be Milbrand. I don't know. But I was looking for inside. I need inside ideas like museums and maybe libraries that have like something interesting going on. But there must be different. There must be more. There must be more. I need to make sure that I have a selection of places to go in case something like well, it's not going to happen because I'm going to look for a tent. If anyone knows about a good, I did choose already, so I'm making my life a little bit hard here. But if you have a recommendation when it comes to a brand for a mic, like one of those clip-on mics, preferably, I think. Although I'm not a fan of wireless, I think I have no choice. If you know a good brand, let me know. And I'm gonna shuffle some things around because this week has shown me that maybe I need to pull some ideas that I was going to work on in October, November. Maybe I have to pull them forward. Maybe there's a prehistoric hut you could sit in. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't actually, because I figure it's summer. Surely the first 2 to 3 videos I make with this concept is gonna be, it's gonna be fine. Of course, it's gonna rain when I actually need to go. Of course, not when I want it to rain, but actually when I don't want it to rain. Anyway, okay, you survived. I'm so surprised because I swear, you're not exactly. No. But we survived. I think we can make it through tomorrow. The new tripods you're getting tomorrow as well, probably during stream, or at least in the evening at least. And then you'll be stable again. I, however, won't be much more stable tomorrow or any day of the week, but that's okay. I'm going to try to figure out the gimbal, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I've seen a lot of people use Rode for wireless, but I'm not sure how expensive they are. Rode. Yeah, those are Um, I'm pretty sure that's probably a good brand because that's a that's a bracket haven't been in. I'll take a look though, because maybe they have a budget option. I don't know. Oh no. No, I'm sorry, sir. We need to go. I need to go. I have to do something, and then in an hour I have an appointment, but I have some other things I have to do in the meantime. So I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. Tomorrow I will be working on the love letter, I think. Hopefully. It's not hot, so I should be fine. Otherwise, we'll see. We'll just see where it goes. The screen is cheaper, but still high quality. I get it. Okay. I'm gonna note that real quick. Thank you. Gonna look into that tonight. And also in Hi Skullja, I did. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, I think that was it for now at least. We'll be back tomorrow. I need to go cuddle a few bellies first because they're tempting me. Ooh, I'll show you tonight on Instagram what I mean because Winston is showing his belly. I can't. I love you. Thank you for being here. Drink water. I didn't drink enough water during stream. I failed. So let's take a sip together. Take good care of yourself. And I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.